The Little Engine That Could by Waddy Piper. Read for you by Mike Ferrari.
Chug, 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 puff, 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 ding dong, ding dong. The little train rumbled over the tracks. She was a happy little train, for she had such a jolly load to carry. Her cars were filled full of good things for boys and girls. There were toy animals, giraffes with long necks, teddy bears with almost no necks at all, and even a baby elephant. Then there were dolls. Dolls with blue eyes and yellow curls, dolls with brown eyes and brown bobbed heads, and the funniest little toy clown you ever saw. And there were cars full of toy engines, airplanes, tops, jackknives, picture puzzles, books, and every kind of thing boys or girls could want. But that was not all. Some of the cars were filled with all sorts of good things for boys and girls to eat. Big golden oranges, red-cheeked apples, bottles of creamy milk for their breakfasts, fresh spinach for their dinners, peppermint drops, and lollipops for after-meal treats. The little train was carrying all these wonderful things to the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain. She puffed along merrily. Then, all of a sudden, she stopped with a jerk. She simply could not go another inch. She tried and she tried, but her wheels would not turn. What were all those good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain going to do without the wonderful toys to play with and the good food to eat? "Here comes a shiny new engine," said the funny little clown who jumped out of the train. "Let's ask him to help us." So all the dolls and toys cried out together, "Please, shiny new engine, won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the shiny new engine snorted,
"I pull you? I am a passenger engine. I have just carried a fine, big train over the mountain with more cars than you ever dreamed of. My train had sleeping cars with comfortable berths, a dining car where waiters bring whatever hungry people want to eat, and parlor cars in which people sit in soft armchairs and look out of big plate glass windows. I pull the likes of you? Indeed not."
And off he steamed to the roundhouse, where engines live when they're not busy. How sad the little train and all the dolls and toys felt. Then the little clown called out, "The passenger engine is not the only one in the world. Here's another engine coming, a great big strong one. Let's ask him to help us." The little toy clown waved his flag, and the big strong engine came to a stop. "Please, oh please, big engine," cried all the dolls and toys together. "Won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good little boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the big, strong engine bellowed,
"I'm a freight engine. I've just pulled a big train loaded with big machines over the mountain. These machines print books and newspapers for grown-ups to read. I am a very important engine indeed. I won't pull the likes of you."
And the freight train pulled off indignantly to the roundhouse. The little train and all the dolls and toys were very sad. "Cheer up!" cried the little toy clown. "The freight engine is not the only one in the world. Here comes another. He looks very old and tired, but our train is so little, perhaps he can help us." So the little toy clown waved his flag, and the dingy, rusty old engine stopped. "Please, kind engine," cried all the dolls and toys together, "won't you please pull our train over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us." But the rusty old engine sighed,
"I am so tired. I must rest my weary wheels. I cannot pull even so little a train as yours over the mountain. I cannot.
and off he rumbled to the roundhouse, chugging,
I cannot.
Then, indeed, the little train was very, very sad, and the dolls and toys were ready to cry. But the little clown called out, "Here's another engine coming, a little blue engine, a very little one. Maybe she will help us." The very little engine came chug-chugging merrily along. When she saw the toy clown's flag, she stopped quickly. "What is the matter, my friends?" she asked kindly. "Oh, little blue engine," cried the dolls and toys, "will you pull us over the mountain? Our engine has broken down, and the good boys and girls on the other side won't have any toys to play with or good food to eat unless you help us. Please, please help us, little blue engine." "I'm not very big," said the little blue engine. "They use me only for switching trains in the yard. I've never been over the mountain." "But we must get over the mountain before the children awake," said all the dolls and the toys. The very little engine looked up and saw the tears in the doll's eyes, and she thought of the good little boys and girls on the other side of the mountain who would not have any toys or any good food unless she helped. Then she said, "I think I can. I think I can. I think I can."
Read for you by Ulka Simon Mohanty. Little engine played all day. It's time for bed. She's in her bay. The train yard's still. There's not a sound. The setting sun glows all around. But little engine's wide awake. How much longer will it take for her to settle down to sleep, counting cars instead of sheep? Then little engine hears a noise. Inside the roundhouse, past the toys? She inches out to take a look in every stall and shadowed nook. She hears the sound again outside. Curious, she takes a ride. "Peep, I tumbled from my nest. I'm lost. Please help. Which way is best?" Little engine says, "Oh dear, I'll help you, birdie. Have no fear." Day was finally here. The three little engines were excited to take their final test of engine school, making their first solo trip over the mountain. On the other side of the mountain, their teacher, the rusty old engine, waited to greet them with their friends and family, based on the original Little Engine That Could by Waddy Piper. Read for you by Ulka Simon Mohanty. I knew you could, and you knew it too, that you'd come out on top after all you've been through. And from here you'll go farther and see brand new sights. You'll face brand new hills that rise to new heights. I wish I could show you the stops that you'll visit, but that isn't my choice to make for you, is it? Instead, I can tell you some lessons and tales that I've learned and relearned in my time on the rails. First of all, you must find your own track, so you can start right away and not be held back. But which track is yours? Well, that all depends on which way it's going and where it might end.